guys, we're so excited. We're sitting here with Dr. Ray Strand and his wife Elizabeth, and they've got an amazing interest into the direct sales industry. Elizabeth, you were suffering from some health conditions when you were first exposed to nutrition, and at that time your husband wasn't a big support.
That's correct. I had some pretty serious health problems where I was at one point disabled. And so, of course, my husband being a medical doctor, he had sent me to 4 different specialists, and we were still struggling. And that's when we decided we would try another route and consider taking some high-quality nutritional supplements.
Right.
And it was quite a journey to have that personal experience. And then he delved in and started doing a lot of research and realized there were many studies that supported that, and he wasn't taught that in medical school.
And it was because of the results that you were getting on the nutrition that you started getting healthier, and what kind of caught his attention and what's going on in your body?
He was very surprised because we were at the end. We had tried everything that we knew about, and this was an option that was presented to us, and we felt like we had nothing to lose, and to our surprise, it really made a difference.
Yeah, and Dr. Strand, you did the research. You've written 3 best-selling books that translated into many language, What Your Doctor Knows About Nutrition That May Be Killing You, Death by Prescription. But, you know, first, what turned you on to nutrition? What made it click from a doctor standpoint? And then why specifically the ARIIX Nutrify brand? What makes that product line stand apart?
Well, the start is I was never taught anything about nutritional supplements in medical school. I wasn't very little in nutrition. And so I was taught you get everything, you know, from a healthy diet. So that's what I told my patients for 20 years. And then, as you heard with my wife, she has chronic fatigue fibromyalgia, and then she got a pneumonia. She was in a very serious chronic fatigue state, could only get out of bed about 1 hour a day. This went on month after month, in spite of seeing 4 different medical specialists who put her on 9 prescription medications.
Wow.
And, you know, I'd been telling my patients that all nutritional supplements did was create expensive urine. And I believed that, and she knew that. But when we were at this point, and she asked me one night if she could try some supplements, I says, honey, you can try anything. The hardest thing for a physician is not to be able to even help their own spouse. And you live with it, you understand it. And so she started the nutritional supplements. Within a few days, she was better.
Wow.
Within a few weeks, she was off most of her medication. Within months, she was better than she'd been in years. Well, that got my attention, Todd. And, you know, was what I was telling my patients the wrong thing, because I told them they didn't need supplements. So that's when I started my research. And I just didn't know if it was a miracle of the Lord or if truly these supplements had really helped her. And so that's what started my research. I delved into it. That led to the writing of my books. And that changed. That was my conversion. And of course, now I realize there's tremendous health benefits for all my patients who take high quality, complete, and balanced nutritional supplements. So why was I attracted to ARIIX? The reason is because it's an unregulated market. And so once you get into nutritional medicine, you just don't take anything. What's on the shelf at Walgreens or Walmart or Costco is not the same. And so I had to teach my patients they had to have quality. And so when I looked at ARIIX, and I saw that it was an FDA registered facility, I saw that they did OTC, that they had their products, actually checked by third party, NSF. I knew they were going to take nutritional medicine to the next level when I looked at what they put in their product, where they got their raw products. So that was my excitement after learning all of this. So that's where I really came from.
And you were mentioning that over-the-counter actually is even more important than if somebody were to say pharmaceutical grade.
That's right. What it is, pharmaceutical grade good manufacturing practice was really the key thing 8 years ago. The FDA came in, they lowered the standards. So now what I look for is not only FDA registered, but does this manufacturing have the ability or the license to do over-the-counter drugs? That's the highest quality manufacturing you can have. And that's what I want my patients. If I know there's health benefits to these supplements, I've studied the literature, well, I want to be sure my patients are getting, you know, these products, and it's not something that's left up to chance.
Wow.
And that's why I'm involved with ARIIX, and I really believe ARIIX is going to be taking nutritional supplementation to the next level.
And Elizabeth, you started just to get your health back.
Yes, I did.
And the business aspect of it, that wasn't an interest of yours early on, but once you got your health back, then all of a sudden you started creating a side stream of income. And as you were mentioning last night of now, I mean, Dr. Strand, I think you said that she began to outrun what you were making in your medical practice.
And it wasn't fair. Trust me, it was not fair. I worked hard to do this, and she goes out and just shares this, and she starts making more than I do. That was not the way it's supposed to be.
Well, y'all are amazing, and Dr. Strand, we appreciate it. A lot of people out here have read your books, and if you don't know his book, it's called What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutrition That May Be Killing You, and the other book is called Death by Prescription. And then one last thing, Dr. Strand, you have a health assessment you created. If somebody just wanted to go
Yes,
get their...
and if people wanted, you know, I'm really into the diabetes, obesity epidemic. I see this as the next major issue in medicine today. And so a lot of people don't realize they tip over into prediabetes. And on my website at healthyforlifeprogram.com, there's a free
healthyforlifeprogram.com. Okay.
There's a free health risk assessment. Now it's automated, but it is very accurate generally, and this is something most doctors don't pick up in this early prediabetes that is easily reversible by applying the healthy lifestyles and the health concepts that I share on that website.
And then this will be the last question, but you were speaking that the prediabetes and the diabetes actually is a contributor to cardiovascular problems. It's like a precursor to it.
Absolutely.
And if we can attack it with our approved food list and different nutritional products and kind of maybe help the body not go into that state.
Yes, half the population, the adult population, are some stage of insulin resistance, which puts them at very high risk both for diabetes and for cardiovascular disease, for heart attack, stroke. And so it's a choice. It's preventable if people just knew what to do. And so it's really healthy lifestyles. It's not just a healthy diet and exercise, but taking high-quality nutritional supplements. And obviously, I feel ARIIX is the best that's out there.
You know, Todd, he has a book called Healthy for Life. That's a great read, too.
Healthy for Life.
Yeah.
That's the one I haven't read that one yet. I
Yeah,
can't wait to
that's
get
the one
that
that
one.
talks about diabetes.
I got so in tune in the first two, I didn't get to the Healthy for Life.
Yes, that's a great book for just overall health and knowing how to choose your food and feel great.
So let me ask you one question. For the woman, or even the man, but especially the woman specifically that's out there kind of in the condition you were, where you were, really sick and didn't know what to do, what would you say to them that were entertaining possibly maybe some, eating right and maybe getting rid of some wrong foods and adding supplementation?
Supplementation was kind of just a beginning for me, and it was like a puzzle that we put together, and you take like baby steps in the right direction. So first we started with that, and then we started learning more about food and the choices that we make there. We learned about stress management and how critical that was for your life. Good sleep, rest is really important. So there's many facets to having optimal health. And if you took like a scale from 1 to 10, some people are at a 1, some are at a 2 or a 3, some people want to be a 7 or an 8. And there's a commitment and some effort if you want to improve and move in those directions. And many times it's a process because it's difficult to make lifestyle changes.
It is.
But as you do and you begin to feel better, like we're in our 60s now, and I feel like I'm doing much more than I was when I was in my 40s because I have my health. So that's really exciting for us. And so just never give up, never give up. Don't get so far down you feel hopeless. There is hope. Just keep trying, and there's some answers out there. You just need to do your research and, just try to go for it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, y'all have a great night.
All right.